Hi friends, welcome back to Farm Girl Diaries. I don't really have a plan for today's video, but I was sitting outside, I have all the animals outside with me, so I thought I'd bring you guys along. This is not one of my favorite times of the year, however it is at the same time because it's a precursor to my favorite time of the year. So it's a beautiful day outside, so I have the bunny out in the garden, I have the cat out behind me, and the dog's laying in the shade. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous day. So I'm trying to get everyone outside to soak up some sun, blow off some stink, and just kind of enjoy the outside. And I was sitting here just kind of watching the bunny run around the garden, and this is one of the last days until we're in full-on swing. So I was kind of enjoying not having anything to do today. Because normally when it's this nice outside, I'm mowing or I'm trimming or like I make myself find work. I'm not somebody that can relax and sit down ever. So I make myself find work. And we're still a little bit too early to really do anything outside. If I was to weed garden beds, by the time I get everything in, by the time I actually get back to the garden will have grown those weeds again. So I'm just kind of timing everything out. So right now, we're in a lull. We can't really do anything until it's time to get started. So, but what I love about this slow period is reflecting on the garden. So I am an empath, and what I understand that to mean is I can take on other people's feelings, and I feel really well what other people feel, but what I specifically do, and I've never met anyone that does this, is I assign feelings to inanimate objects. So like obviously for me, my animals have feelings, and that's I think pretty normal. But I'll like pick something out. Like let's say I pick up this at the store and it has a dent in it and I don't want it, or the koozies ripped or something like that. I will attach a feeling to that koozie and be like, oh well, it's gonna be hurt if I put it down and pick up one that's not torn. So a lot of times I end up buying like broken or battered things because in my head I've assigned them a feeling. It's silly, I know, but I've assigned them a feeling, and I don't know, I just assign them feelings. But all I have to say is I 100% have assigned my garden a feeling. And I love these times. I like to sit here and reflect on just all the work the garden has done. This is I don't even know, my 5th year in this garden. It's grown every year. This is the first year, I believe, that it hasn't grown. I think we're finally at max capacity for this space. But it's always done such good work for me. So I'm sitting here just overseeing the bunny, making sure she's safe in the garden, and just reflecting on all the food that this garden has grown and how she's fed me and she's fed my family and friends, and now she's just kind of lying in wait. And I really love viewing her in this time. And yeah, for some reason my garden is a her. I don't really know. But I just love like viewing her in this time where she's lying in wait and she's quiet, and I walked around planning everything, planning all the things that I want to do, and it just feels nice to kind of give her credit because this garden has done a lot for me. And in just 2 more weeks, I have a whole big plan in 2 weeks to take a whole bunch of days off of work, and I'm getting the garden in. Well, I'm going to start the garden at least. And so that's so exciting. So just in a couple more weeks, there's going to be food grown in that garden again, and in a couple of months, she's going to be bursting with food and with gorgeous plants and color and smells and bees, and I'm so excited. But it always amazes me how this space, which is so quiet and peaceful, what it can become. So even though right now she's completely quiet and there's nothing growing in her, she has a lot of weeds, there's something that still makes this garden one of my favorite places on earth. And I love nothing more than just kind of sitting here and taking her all in every season of its life, when it's lying fallow, when it's blooming. I just love being able to be part of this system that allows me to feed my friends and family. And again, I attach feelings. I consider the garden doing me a service. And I like to thank her for the work that she's done for me. So I'm just sitting here enjoying my garden, enjoying the birds and the bees around me. It's about 65 degrees today. It's middle of March, and I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for this garden to be bursting with life. I can't wait.